8537. What is the difference between a low-tension and a high-tension engine ignition system? A low-tension system produces relatively low voltage at the spark plug as compared to a high-tension system. B. A high-tension system is designed for high-altitude aircraft, while a low-tension system is for low to medium-altitude aircraft. C. A low-tension system uses a transformer coil near the spark plugs to boost voltage, while the high-tension system voltage is constant from the magneto to the spark plugs. The correct answer is C. The difference between a low-tension and a high-tension engine ignition system is that a low-tension system uses a transformer coil near the spark plugs to boost voltage, while the high-tension system maintains a constant voltage from the magneto to the spark plugs. In a low-tension system, the voltage at the spark plugs is relatively low and requires additional voltage amplification near the spark plug, whereas in a high-tension system, the voltage remains high from the magneto to the spark plugs. 8538. What test instrument could be used to test an ignition harness for suspected leakage? A. A high-tension lead tester. B. A high-voltage DC voltmeter. C. A high-amperage DC ammeter. The correct answer is A. A high-tension lead tester could be used to test an ignition harness for suspected leakage. A high-tension lead tester is designed to check for the presence of high voltage in the ignition system and can detect any leakage or loss of voltage along the ignition harness. By connecting the tester to different points of the ignition harness, it can identify any weak or faulty sections that may be causing voltage leakage. 8539. The amount of voltage generated in any magneto secondary coil is determined by the number of windings and by the A. Rate of buildup of the magnetic field around the primary coil. B. Rate of collapse of the magnetic field around the primary coil. C. Amount of charge released by the capacitor. The correct answer is B. The amount of voltage generated in any magneto secondary coil is determined by the rate of collapse of the magnetic field around the primary coil. When the primary circuit is interrupted, the magnetic field built up around the primary coil collapses rapidly, inducing a high voltage in. 8540. Magneto breaker points must be timed to open when the A. Rotating magnet is positioned a few degrees before neutral. B. Greatest magnetic field stress exists in the magnetic circuit. C. Rotating magnet is in the full register position. The correct answer is B. Magneto breaker points must be timed to open when the greatest magnetic field stress exists in the magnetic circuit. Timing the opening of the breaker points is crucial for generating a spark at the right moment. The breaker points should open when the magnetic field in the primary coil reaches its maximum strength, ensuring a rapid collapse of the magnetic field and the generation of a high voltage in the secondary coil. 8541. In reference to a shower of sparks ignition system, 1. The retard breaker points are designed to keep the affected ignition system operating if the advanced breaker points should fail during normal engine operation after start. 2. The timed opening of the retard breaker points is designed to prevent engine kickback during start. Regarding the above statements, A. Only 1 is true. B. Only 2 is true. C. Both 1 and 2 are true. The correct answer is B. In reference to a shower of sparks ignition system, only statement 2 is true. The retard breaker points in a shower of sparks ignition system are designed to prevent engine kickback during start. They are timed to open slightly later than the advanced breaker points to prevent kickback, which could potentially damage the starter or the engine. Statement 1. Regarding the operation of the affected ignition system if the advanced breaker points fail, is not true.